Hi, and welcome back to Wicked Ones Tarot. My name's Carmen, and today I'm going to do a reading on redemption. This could be related to the live that I just posted, but I did burn a little bit of sage. We'll get a little bit of Palo Santo going too. The cards that came out, I didn't actually want to, but two of them came out, and I felt like I was supposed to take both of them. Oops, I don't think that actually went. We have obsession and redemption. And there's one thing that I really love about these cards is there's an archetypal figure for each of the general concepts that this oracle card has. So we've got, I hope I say this correctly, Chang'e. And this would be, I think she was Chinese and reportedly was obsessed with returning to heaven. So she took too much of a pill and got stuck in between worlds, basically. And now she apparently spends all her time with rabbits. Could be worse, right? Wishing that she had, done things differently. So it's the idea that somebody was so focused on one way of doing something or one way of getting what they wanted in their life that they lost the other opportunities. But it came out with redemption. So I feel like there's a sense that somebody is realizing the error of their ways in the nick of time, like, last couple of seconds of the game, and they get, a 3-pointer. So Maman Brigitte is of Haitian descent, and reportedly the first person to get buried in a voodoo cemetery because she is responsible for, I think, like basically assessing whether or not you deserve redemption. And there's this sense here that somebody has realized, maybe even because they think they've lost something, how they need to change, what they need in order for things to get better. All right, let's see. I think we'll go with the Fairy Lenormand. I hope you're having a wonderful day so far, by the way. It is Friday, Junior. Almost made it. We have Path or Paths. Okay. So you may have, whoever I'm reading for, you may have an opportunity to change your career. Now, one thing that came out with Maman Brigitte is there's like a sense that if you've been in need of redemption, you have to kind of pay for something, right? Like there's something that you know that you did that you shouldn't have done. So there's a sense here that maybe you're moving into a line of work that is less about making money and more about giving back to the community. So for example, this could be somebody who decides, I want to start a charitable organization. I want to fund something because I can that helps the community. Or I want to, in my current role, do something that isn't just about how much money is made at the end of the day. There's a sense that somebody wants to do something right in order for this redemption to take place. And it could be pertaining to an organization or a company or some sort of mission. We have the boat or the ship. Okay, so here's what I'm seeing. There is a need for information to be disseminated. We have the book, and when it comes out with the ship, what I see is a need to spread information, to share insights, to inspire others. Look at all of the, I used to call them thunderbugs when I was a little girl. Look at all the lightning bugs around her. There's a sense that somebody here is meant to inspire with their knowledge or wisdom a large group of people, and that somebody could be in a position to facilitate that, like create an organization or a venue through which this person can inspire others. So there may be like a business partnership, or maybe you write an album together, or you produce an album, or you publish a book. There's something that needs to be shared with a large group of people. All right, we're going to use the Marigold Tarot to continue. What else do we have? We have the Ace of Cups. Oh, the Two of Cups. Yeah. There is a creative endeavor that could pertain to helping large groups of people like advance in self-care or self-love, and also be better at relationships. So this could be somebody who is able to give really great advice when it comes to relationships, or just is really good at helping people. In one way, I look at this as helping people understand the virtue or the importance of being happy and healthy on your own before you get into a relationship. But I feel like there is a partnership coming into existence here. Somebody is inspirational and loving, and somebody sees that and wants to help them in some way with like a creative endeavor. Publish a book, produce an album. We have the Ten of Cups in the reverse. There may have been a change in someone's living situation recently. There may have been an end to a partnership or a relationship. This particular Ten of Cups is a little unusual because there is there's 4 nooses on it. So it's kind of weird. Not what I would have pictured, but I feel like this is somebody seeing that how they have sought relationships or happiness needs to change. They have a new perspective here. They may be pursuing a missed opportunity, or what someone would consider like unfinished business in love. But particularly because the Tower is like clarified by the Ten of Cups in the reverse, I feel like someone decided they needed to leave. They needed to live somewhere else. They needed to partner with someone else. There has been some level of awakening or ascension here, because we have the book, which is all about wisdom and secrets, is clarified by the Hanged Man. So there's somebody who has had a significant change in their outlook or their perspective, and it could be pertaining to who they include in their soul tribe or their inner circle, or who they consider to be trustworthy. And I feel like at this point, there's one particular person, whoever I'm reading for, whoever wants redemption, there's one person you want to really like pour into right now. Somebody you want to support, somebody that you care about deeply. This person is a high priestess. So this would be somebody who possibly inspired you on your awakening. Yeah, I feel like there is a very spiritual, intuitive high priestess. It doesn't have to be a female. But this would be somebody who does their own thing, who people see as able to avoid certain issues or able to predict certain things. And I feel like this was an unusual, like somebody caught feelings for somebody who is very spiritual when they themselves are very like by the book, like logical, analytical, head over heart. Because these are very different energies, you guys. The King of Swords is well respected, but and it's a different kind of wisdom, right? They're respected for telling the truth, but this would be the kind of person that would be pretty pretty likely to be a cynic when it comes to some of the more spiritual elements of the world. And I feel like they've gotten schooled on spirituality by this high priestess and it's changed how they want to live. We have the Eight of Rings, which is the Eight of Pentacles. There's a sense that somebody would like to um, invest in you. I think this is somebody who wants to be in your life romantically, but also believes in some creative venture of yours. We have the moon in the reverse, but they're being very secretive. This is somebody who maybe did not reveal their feelings to you. You may have been aware, like felt the energy that they wanted something with you, but there wasn't um, a moment where this person actually like came clean and told you verbatim. They've been working to address the instability in their life. And part of that instability was due to the living situation they had or the partnership that they were in. They've realized that they may have been dishonest about a relationship that they had with you. And they've been working on this behind the scenes. There's like a sense like the angel is turning this way. So it's like they didn't want people to necessarily know that they were changing. They may still be kind of playing a part to certain individuals that expect them to act in like a low vibe way, when in reality, there's been a long period of ascension or ego death happening. For some of you, this is up to a year. We have the Two of Swords. I feel like this is coming out in particular because somebody was combative or argumentative and wanted to fight off this ascension or ego death. They didn't want to change. It's like, I know I have a ticket to a better life, and I know that the cost of that ticket, if I choose to take that ride, is changing how I approach my lifestyle, changing how I treat others. Somebody decided they were not ready for that. They fought to stay where they were. And I feel like with the Eight of Swords in the reverse, there was a sense that they came to the realization that in order to be happy, in order to actually live the life that they wanted to, they had to change what they were obsessed with. It's like they thought they could get happiness through money, and they've realized no, that's not the way. They've realized now that financial stability is great, but it doesn't bring true happiness. It's like they got a glimpse of what true happiness was when they were with this individual, like unconditional love. And it inspired them. They fell in love. So we may be dealing with a Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio because we have the High Priestess clarified by the Queen of Cups. So that's a lot of water. I feel like this person taught the King of Swords the beauty of emotion. Like at first, I think this masculine viewed the high priestess as weak. maybe even overly confident or naive, like in terms of worldview. And then over time, they saw that this loving approach that this high priestess has to life, this creative, healing energy, was the only thing that stood out to this King of Swords in his life that represented true wisdom and happiness. Like he wants to celebrate this feminine energy. We have the Nine of Rings in the reverse. This is the Nine of Pentacles. So if this is in the reverse, we have somebody that may have gone through a financial loss recently. That may have been part of their ego death, right? Like you have to lose what you think is so important so that you can gain perspective on what truly is. But I also feel like this is somebody who wants a meaningful relationship where previously perhaps they really wanted to just have their own independence. There's something that I think creatively this masculine has tapped into as a result of this feminine as well, or this high priestess. We have the Page of Wands. This is the Rider-Waite, by the way. There's good news coming in here. I feel like it's saying that if this masculine energy reveals his feelings, makes an offer of love, and actually invests in it, Eight of Rings, he gets the outcome he wants. Redemption. See how he's looking at the wand? Like, I think I can, I did it. It's like assessing it, right? Like, can I make this work? There's good news here. Yeah, there's good news here. There's something profitable or really stable about these two energies coming together in a partnership that I feel like the masculine tried to keep under wraps or secret, but still somehow people, I think, were aware of it. And there's a sense that now you want a real offer. Yeah, it's like wifey vibes here with the Queen of Pentacles. This masculine energy is making changes to be able to make a solid offer and invest in a Queen of Pentacles, someone he already sees as very valuable, probably very successful, and somebody who may have already ended the situation, somebody who may have said, I didn't get treated the way that I deserve to be treated, and I don't think you understand what I mean by that, so I'm not going to teach you. Like, there was an argument or a conversation here that made the Queen of Pentacles say, that's it. There was an illusion or perhaps like partying in excess that may have impacted this masculine's ability to assess the situation. And I feel like over time, he has realized that there was an effort made to put this Queen of Pentacles in a bad light. So there may have been like an attempt to defame her or like spread lies. We have the Knight of Swords in the reverse, and this was all very reckless. I think initially this King of Swords saw the High Priestess as reckless with her words, and then eventually realized she was defending herself against reckless behavior. Like there's a change here. He sees her as like of high honor, whereas I think initially there was a question of whether or not that was actually how he wanted to feel. Like a reticence to see her in her true nature. But now there's a desire to move things into smoother waters. Reconciliation, redemption. All right. We'll continue with This is tricky. I don't know why, but I'm feeling drawn to my very first tarot deck ever. I don't use this very often for you guys. This is the Green Witch. You can probably tell I've had this deck for, I think, 15 years now. She's still going, you guys. It's great. All right. What else do we have on this situation, please? We have the Five of Chalices. This King of Swords is regretful over the treatment and the lack of strength he had to defend the Empress. So, oops, sorry, this was in the reverse. There's a sense that maybe the masculine energy here had some fears around abandonment or rejection. There may have been a tendency to stay in a codependent situation because it provided a measure of stability, but also a measure of independence, i.e., a connection that wasn't really a connection, one that would make you feel like you weren't alone, but not press you to deal with your healing or your trauma. The Lady and the Lord. This is the Lover's card. There's a hesitation in the masculine energy. He's got the idea, but the ability to actually execute on what he wants fails. It's like you have a major choice. Are you going to make it or wait for there to be a loss? Well, I think we have somebody who's ready to take action. Why did redemption come out? Somebody is finally ready to say, I know that there might be some things that I need to do right now to right the situation. I know it might not be, a great time. But I'm willing to rip that Band-Aid off because I know that's what's required for my healing. And I know it might get me that thing that I really want. Which, you guys, I have to be honest, I feel like for some of you, there's a union here where you didn't, you didn't round all the plates. And somebody wants to. We have Harvest in the reverse. And that's why I'm saying that. I don't think this is somebody who is, trying to express that they're really upset. I think they do miss you. But I think somebody feels like they didn't experience true happiness with you because there were certain things they didn't express to you verbally or physically. There's this huge fire in the background. What is that? Oh, it's one of those things that you like fan the fire with, right? I can't remember the name of that. I feel like somebody didn't expect to want you for as long as they have. And they do. Like they burn for you. And I don't feel like there's a lot of interest in harvesting with anybody else. There's an interest in seeing, first and foremost, did you actually dead the situation? Is this really over? Because this person thinks there's still a chance. The Emperor in the reverse. Horned God. Okay, so oddly enough, what I feel like this is actually saying is this King of Wands realizes if he comes in very focused on the physical, like maybe he had in the past, he will get rejected. He cannot be controlling. He has to be, on some level, submissive. And I don't really like saying that, but like what I'm picturing in my mind's eye is something that I haven't seen in a long time. So I have a dog named Penny that my ex took. So I don't see her very often, but I still love the poop out of her. Look at how cute she is. Anyways, Penny was approximately 42 pounds. How's it going, Mike? And Penny was always like the most energetic dog in the room. And people would think that she was much younger than she actually was because she would act like a puppy. Like you could probably see in her face. She's just like, so when we would take her to this like farm that they turned into a dog park, she would encounter, of course, other dogs. And she would sometimes approach like this, right? Like, I acknowledge that you are alpha and I am not. I don't think that's necessarily what I'm trying to get to here, but there's a sense that somebody knows I act like the big dog in a lot of situations or in a lot of groups. I can't do that here. I know there's a need to demonstrate that I can admit my faults. So there's a relinquishing of being controlling or hot headed. I think this King of Wands is really just about the horniness, you guys. Which is funny because the name here is the Horned God, right? All right, we have the Two of Pentacles. There is a desire to leave behind a lot of toxicity and drama. You can see there are a lot of um, storm clouds in the distance and bring back balance into a situation. This guy doesn't look like he's very upset, you know? He's like, yeah, I know there's going to be a little bit of work in terms of bringing balance into this situation, but I also know that I can do it. I've been going to the gym. What's up? Oh no. All right, we're going to get some additional clarity with the miniature Rider-Waite. And then I think we'll close it out with the Romance Angel Oracle. So we have the Empress in the reverse. And for some reason, I felt like I needed to put it under the Obsession card, the other dark goddess. Yeah, okay. I feel like this King of Swords was in a codependent relationship with a feminine energy that he thought he looked up to, that was really emotionally manipulative and likely stoked that fire of everything has to happen through money, you know, like kind of a, they had greed or an obsession with money or how they're seen, you know, keeping up with the Joneses kind of thing that held them together. But with the King of Wands in the reverse, I also feel like this feminine energy is a bully. Someone who forces her way into what she wants without realizing that many times she loses exactly what it is that she wants because she doesn't let it come to her naturally. She forces it. She doesn't believe in the free will of others. She's a bully. This is potentially somebody that this King of Swords had been in a relationship with or lived with, but no longer does. Because we have the Ten of Cups in the reverse. There's no love here. And I feel like it took a while, but this King of Swords eventually found who this Empress in the Reverse truly was, possibly via interwebs. So maybe on social media, there was some like bearing of her soul where her actions towards other people really helped this King of Swords realize this is not an Empress in the upright, this is an Empress in the reverse. Devil. This could be somebody who was often jealous, quick to anger, who liked to keep people feeling beholden or less than. With the Knight of Wands in the reverse, clarifying the King of Wands in the reverse, I also feel like there were some infidelity or sexual addiction issues that this person dealt with. And Magician in the reverse, I think they quite routinely tried to wish ill on others instead of working on their own healing. Tell me more about this King of Wands, please. This King of Wands experienced loss or bad karma after choosing to continue with this Empress in the reverse instead of following his heart. So it feels to me like he knew there was a more meaningful love out there. He got like a taste of it and then ran for the hills. But now he sees things more clearly. Eight of Swords in the reverse, which I think is the second time we had that come out. I think it's like right here, actually. So this King of Wands understands now the importance of those that you love, that it would not be a gift he would want to lose a second time. So there's a sense here that this King of Wands feels like he's lost the love of a lifetime, but may have a second opportunity coming around. And this time he wants to actually build some kind of generational wealth or long-term security here. We have the Two of Wands in the reverse. There may be a sense that this person doesn't know how to find the High Priestess. She is secretive, right? She's probably not going to tell everyone how to find her because she needs to protect herself, right? So this masculine may be feeling a little bit defensive in terms of finding the right way to approach this individual. He may feel that the that the High Priestess in the reverse is impossible to surprise, and that she may be a little difficult to win over. So we have the Queen of Swords in the reverse, the High Priestess in the reverse, and the Eight of Cups in the reverse. Somebody wants to come back. I think they want to surprise a very intuitive feminine energy, and they're not really sure how to do it. I love it. All right. So I asked about this Six of Swords in my head, and we've got the Ace of Swords. So somebody knows they have to tell the truth in order to move things forward and heal what was broken. They know that what they have to say is going to be difficult. There's probably some difficult things this person has to admit to, I talked a lot of shit about you, or I thought that you were worthless, He's aware that he has to be honest, but wants to make sure that he can do that without making it more painful than it needs to be. But he wants to come clean. He has to admit reckless actions of his past towards the Empress or High Priestess. Things that were meant to create division that he put a lot of effort into. he specifically created division and wanted distance between the two of them. All right, let's grab a few Romance Angel Oracle. What do we have for the redemption? Retreat. It's time to disconnect from the world. So remember, somebody's choosing a different path here. There may be somebody who's actually considering moving away. We also have the Ship. And the Six of Swords itself is about a journey as well. So I feel like somebody may be leaving behind some of the people they've known the longest, and some of the people that may have caused a lot of this situation to occur. So people that would have, been yes men, people who didn't really want this masculine energy to become a better person. So there's a sense that maybe somebody is taking like a little bit of a vacation, or at least, going a little bit hermit here. Let go of control issues. This has definitely been a theme throughout this reading. There is a need for somebody to admit that they don't have to control another person. They don't have to control the outcome. All they can do is put forth the best energy they have and have faith that that will bring in the right energy, right? Your love life is being affected by children. There may be a child that needs a stepfather. There may be an argument over child custody. There may be some element here where maybe somebody's child free and the other person is not, as far as like, do you want to build a family kind of thing? Heart-to-heart conversations. Honestly discuss your feelings with each other. Most important of all, this King of Swords knows I have to be honest about how I feel. This masculine energy, this King of Swords, has, I believe, already started the process, but maybe emotionally needs to release the ex and acknowledge that somebody new is actually somebody new and doesn't have those same hangups, or not like carry that baggage over into the new relationship, right? Yeah, every time, you guys, I'm sorry. I only like remember to turn my sound off like every other time. Ooh, okay. There is a sense of time here where somebody needs to make a decision quickly because we have very soon coming out. So this King of Swords may be concerned that there are other individuals that will be making an offer to this High Priestess, or I think she came out as the Empress. So there may be a sense that if this conversation doesn't happen in the near future, whereby he can express his love, that somebody else will. All right. I hope you guys enjoyed the reading despite my phone call interruption, and that you have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you for all the support and the likes and the subscribes, all of that. I'm going to go hang out with my kitties. See you later.